Will only the king and his Lord Marshal carry this key? You don't look much like a Lord Marshal. Iconic 80s movie memorabilia. Check it out. What is in the box? Welcome to this week's episode of What's in the Box. I'm your host, GQ. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button.
Only the king and the Lord Marshal have the keys to these manacles.
Like the video, leave some comments on this video and the other one that I've done. Share the video, spread some of that Culture Junkies love all over the world. We'll get to all the other social media and all that good stuff later. So today, I've got steering away from Hot Toys and Sideshow for a little while. Just closing the year out with something that I've always wanted. I got a hold of a person on Facebook that makes this custom. And so just going ahead and get into it. It's got a lot of my information all over the other side of the box, so obviously you guys will not be seeing that. Yeah, this is something that I have wanted since the first time I saw it in the film that it's from. I don't know. In the realm of fantasy weapons, it's always been a real special one in my opinion. I've always really been a huge fan of it, and I was kind of upset that because the movie didn't perform well, they never really got around to doing all that much with it. But got a hold of a guy in the great white north, also known as Canada, who custom builds this particular item. And I figured, you know what? Regardless of cost, regardless of any of that, I want it. So I got a hold of him, and here we are. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. This already looks great. I am already pleased with what I've got here. For those that are familiar with the film Krull, early Liam Neeson film, and Robbie Coltrane actually, they were both in this film. But this is the Glaive. Now, the Glaive is one of those weapons that, very much a fantasy thing. All it really is, for lack of a better term, a giant shuriken. But in the film, it was the coolest thing in the world. It was just awesome to see, that weapon in the film where they, had it, and it was just cool. So this guy, who on Facebook goes by Krull Glaive, I contacted him, sent a couple messages back and forth. He, explained, pricing. Now, great replica, it is pricey. I'm just gonna let y'all know that ahead of time. If you're interested in getting this, it's not cheap. But you guys know me. When I really want something, I'm going to get it. So with this particular one, it was like, you know what? I've waited long enough. As a kid, I've always wanted it and just never had an opportunity to get one. The opportunity is here now, So what I like about this is he's done a great job with it as far as the assembly. He crafts actual metal blades for it. So all the blades are going to be metal, just like, in the film. Well, I guess it's hard to say that for the film. In the film, it was a mixture of things that they used to make this this particular weapon. And, all in all, it turns out really well. Yeah, this one's obviously going to be a short one. I mean, obviously we're, at the end of the year. So yeah, there's obviously Christmas coming up and of course New Year's. So shout outs to everybody, for their Christmas and New Year's coming up. Maybe leave in the comments what you guys got planned for the holidays. You're gonna spend time with family, eat too much food, spend too much money on presents. You know, what's your plans for this holiday season? I'm just curious to know. So obviously leave that in the comments. And yeah, this is the last blade to get on here, and then we'll be able to take a look at how this thing looks in all of its glory. And of course, you guys know by now, I will always give you the close-ups of this thing, because this is actually a really great piece. He did an amazing job with it. I mean, he's got all the detail there. He's got all of the crazy like inscriptions and engraving and everything that's on it. So let's see. There we go. So yeah, that's the glaive. Now, he has videos that show that this can be thrown. And, you know, it will stick in, you know, wood and walls or whatever you throw it into. No. This is a collectible. This is going to be hung on my wall. You guys know that I value my collectibles more than I value most people's kids. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. I am not going to be throwing this thing at anything. That's the display stand that he includes with it, which is actually really cool. I'm not going to be using it because, like I said, I'm actually going to wall mount this. Because I've got the Sword of Inigo Montoya, of course, from The Princess Bride. And I've got multiple lightsabers. So I've got all the fantasy weapons from my childhood that I've ever wanted. I've got them all now. So let's give this a quick spin. There's not really much you can see on it to spin. I mean, it's a shuriken, basically. So obviously I'll get the photos. But yeah, this is an amazing piece, and I'm very, very pleased with my purchase from the guy. Like I said, it was interesting getting a hold of him, but you know, all in all, the purchase was great, and it looks, you know, that stand is bugging me. I'm definitely pleased with this. So this is without a doubt, you know, a great way to close out the year. Once again, I want to say thank you to all you guys for checking out the unboxing videos this year. Got a lot of great stuff coming up for next year. Right off the top, probably going to start with some sideshow stuff. So we'll be right back on track with that next year. Yeah, so once again, the Culture Junkie show is on hiatus still. We're almost finished with the studio. Got a lot of last minute tweaks and changes and everything, but you guys are going to love it when we come back with it. Also want to send a quick shout out to our awesome patrons. So be back after this.
The entire Culture Junkies crew would like to thank you for tuning into our programming. We hope you are enjoying our content as much as we enjoy making it. One thing that helps us continue bringing you our unique content is viewer support. By visiting the Culture Junkies Patreon page, you will have the opportunity to select the support level that works best for you. Not only will your support help keep the Culture Junkie Nation growing, but you will make yourself eligible to receive patron-exclusive swag. Please take a moment to consider supporting us and join the ranks of the supporters you see listed on the screen. We would like to also give a special shout out to our Culture Junkies level and above patrons: DeMarcus Smith, Fab Nerd Life, NanetteNet, The Other Steve, and Black Crowned Knight. Remember, for as little as $1 a month, you can support a Culture Junkie. Thank you.
Once again, thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. We appreciate all the support, however it comes in, whether it be likes, loves, shares, comments on the video, subscribing to the YouTube, which is free, subscribing to our Twitch, which of course, you know, is Culture Junkies, twitch.tv/Culture Junkies. So yeah, and you know, I'm GQ. This is the very, very awesome Glaive weapon from Krull. And I'll see you guys next time.